What's happening, everybody? It's Rob Hunter from Rob and Kerry, checking in, takeaways from the President's State of the Union address. 2014 is going to be the year of going it alone, the year of the executive order, if you will. He said as much last night in his speech a couple of different times, and he started already by raising the minimum wage for federal contracted workers to $10.10 an hour. So he's going to do these things all year long if Congress won't go along with him. Of course, there are limits to that power, so we'll see what the president can actually do on his own and whether or not that will help his standing amongst the voters. Not that it matters, because he's not running for re-election ever again. Takeaway number 2 is that call on business to do the right thing and raise the minimum wage. He asked businesses to give all their employees a raise when appropriate. So I've been looking for my boss all day to ask him, because the president said do the right thing, but interestingly enough, Ryan's not in the building today. Not saying anything, just putting 2 and 2 together here. Point number 3, the highlight of the speech had nothing to do with politics. It was the shout out to Specialist First Class Corey Remsburg. Corey was born here in Phoenix, actually, and became an Army Ranger on his 10th tour of duty. Get that, 10th tour of duty. He was struck by a roadside bomb, and since 2009 has been recovering from that. He got the biggest, longest standing ovation of the night, a well-deserved one, and that doesn't even come close to doing him justice. What an amazing story that was. Number 4, I've come to the point that State of the Unions just really aren't necessary anymore. They're just laundry lists of things the president wants to do. It mirrored last year's speech. Let's talk about solar energy again. Let's talk about the war on terrorism again. Here's our new enemies. Even the country of Burma got a shout out. Our oil production. It's just these general things that the president does, gets on TV, and it just never quite gets anywhere. And we'll look back next year and say, of all the things he listed, how many did he do? And we'll say 2, just like we did this year. And finally, the final takeaway I have here, point number 5, is I'm wondering who's to blame for the gridlock in Washington. Is it us? Do we fuel this because that's what we as the voters want? Well, enough of us anyways. Or did Congress kind of do this to us by getting into a gridlock and said, hey, this is what we're going to do. You guys should like this. All I know is that there is gridlock in Washington, and I'm not sure who's actually going to fix it. And I'm not even sure if fixing it's the best thing for the country. But we'll wait and see, as we always do. I'm Rob Hunter. Those are my takeaways from this year's State of the Union.